has
I
a
know.
great sound.
Okay, I'm Trey.
And I'm Tom.
And we are the Tom and Trey Show.
Yeah, brother.
Good to see
This
you,
is
Tom.
exciting stuff, man.
Yeah.
So I was just commenting that this amp rate already it sounds unreal.
It sounds unreal, right?
It sounds. I gotta tell you, man. So I really fell in love with the Victory, without a doubt.
I did too. I mean, that's like, it's so tough because.
But I gotta tell you, that sound right out of the gate. And it ain't like you sat here and tweaked it. You just turned it on.
I know.
It sounds incredible. I'm looking to see what power tubes are in there. They look like 6L6s.
Yeah,
Which is fine.
this one is, but you can switch either one. So if you want the L34s, you can buy it that way.
So anyhow, but this is, I'm just going to start rambling. This is Bring Your Guitar to School Day. So you brought a guitar, I brought a guitar, and we're going to talk about the guitar and then play them through amps. And yours, the amp that you brought with you today is super cool.
It is super cool. It's a Cornford MK50H. So it's the first iteration of the amp I mainly use all the time, right? So the only reason why I played that one versus this one is because it has the extra effects loop and extra master. Right.
Gotcha.
But this one actually does have a secondary master. So for a run and go gig setup, it's really hard to beat this because you still do have this master too that you can set.
Okay.
But it doesn't have a designated clean. So if you want
I was going to ask you about that.
You got to roll back.
Because your other one has considerably more knobs.
Exactly.
So that's because it has the clean channel.
Yep.
But other than that, we're looking at 4 12AX7s, I imagine.
Yep.
50-watt head. And either way, it's
smoking.
Do your thing, bro.
Yeah.
I really hope that comes through because
it's so good.
So listen, I'm confused. No, actually, I'm not. But it's just that Victory sounded great. I would love to hear these back to back because this sound right here is, I just absolutely love this sound.
And it's the sound of, like, this is what's so tricky because the DNA of these amps is in both of them.
Yeah.
So I was talking to a friend the other night, and he said to me, he goes, I think I like your Cornford better. And I said, well, this is tricky because I think the Cornford in its core DNA, right, it's simpler. So that in turn means typically the simpler amp is tonally superior. Right.
I do agree with that. Anything that's lined with the signal, but not saying that you couldn't find that sound in your Victory. It's just going to require more time, study time. You have a lot more options to turn, so to say, to try to find that sound. So, but I don't think there's one superior to the other. Simplistically, yeah, all right. This is bare bones rock and roll machine.
It is a rock and roll machine.
So, but knowing that Martin Kidd designed this and built this, and he designed and built the other one, I'd have to say they're of the same flavor.
They are. I think that the Victory is like a little more polished.
Yeah. So you expect it to be more refined, right? I mean, everybody gets that way. We go from dark hair to gray hair. It's just a little more refinement, right?
That's it.
Martin's doing the same. But it wasn't supposed to be about amps, but when I hear a good sound, I want to talk about it.
I do too. I can't help it either. And so this MK50H, got to say a shout out to Rick because this is his amp actually, and I have one just like it with the blackface.
Gotcha.
So this one hasn't been converted yet, which is why I have the power box down there. So this is still at 220.
Oh, okay.
And we have to do this changeover.
Yeah, right.
But it sounds so good. And so a little bit of a selfish want to also show Rick what his amp can do.
Yeah.
And have him have some clips of it because I'm sure he'll enjoy that.
Okay, so who is Rick?
Yeah, so he is a student of mine.
Okay.
And but really cool guy. Became friends with him and started traveling around we went to some like Guthrie Govan shows.
Okay.
And just a guy who loves music. And loves guitar. He has a Charvel Guthrie Govan too. So he also loved that, the Ashwood one.
Yeah.
And he's just a guy who gets it. He loves music. And loves good quality sounds.
Yeah.
And when I played the Cornford for him, he's like, I don't know what that is, but I want one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good,
And I was
good,
like, I
good.
can't
Right
blame
on.
you because
Right
I want
on.
one too.
Yeah. Well, good deal.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's super killer.
Yeah. So the cool thing, and I thought about doing this, but I haven't yet. So it has a low gain, channel.
Right.
Now, what does that do?
Okay, so normally here's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
So usually on the other side of those is two 68K resistors.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're in the top or the high input, they both have one, but when you're in the top input, it puts them in parallel,
Okay.
which means that when you have two resistors in parallel, they're equal. If they're both equal value, they're equal to half that value. So roughly that 68 turns into roughly 34K.
Okay.
So you've cut the resistance of your input. So when you plug in the lower one, then it is the 68K going right to there. So now you've doubled your resistance in the lower output, which isn't much, but ideally, if you got a single input, and I can't wait to talk about this amp. This has been a rule forever.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there's some amp builders that'll put a 68K on the input of a single input amp.
Why would you do that?
And then right, and it's like putting a pillow over the.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You're muffling, not muffling, but you're not. The amp's not going to reach its potential that way. And there's different values, to be honest with you, but Marshall and even Fender 68K is a standard of that. So interesting stuff, but that's basically what it does. It's just a change in resistance. So anything in line with your signal chain, it can affect it, and that goes to show that. So any resistance on your signal is going to lower the gain.
Yeah, and I thought about getting an A/B box for that, so that I could have a lower gain, cleaner sound without having a multi-channel.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
Right, and then for stuff like, and then
right on.
So they both sound great.
Yeah.
A little dirty there, but and so that's the gain at 2 o'clock, maybe 1 or 2 o'clock.
Okay.
But
roughly 7.
It sounds, yeah, exactly. It sounds great everywhere, though. That's the thing about his amps. There.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna turn that presence up because I know you like that.
Funny you brought that up. So I thought about that since the last week. We only see each other once a week, unfortunately, but that's just how life is. But I thought maybe you ought to run your presence up and utilize your tone knob more often.
Exactly. That's what definitely a great idea.
And I know you do utilize your controls, but I thought, put your presence up around 7 and then work your volume a little lower if you want to take some of it out. But
well, definitely when watching it, you can hear the clarity. It's no doubt it adds clarity.
Yeah,
so it's I think it's probably because of these too. So I use cotton for my ear plugs, and so before that I didn't use anything, and I used to hate the treble because I couldn't get rid of it.
Right.
And now that I have cotton, I can curb it with the cotton.
Yeah.
And let other people have the treble there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I would go see like Eric Johnson or somebody who likes a more muffled tone.
Yeah.
But I'd always think to myself, yeah, but for the audience, right? They're missing frequencies that, he doesn't like.
Right.
And I don't like them either, funny enough. But in this case, you can give it back to them with this.
Yeah, it's interesting because I wonder, with the presence down, I don't know. I think it's just it might roll off too much, and then as a single guitar player, I'm sure it's okay, but I just think it would kind of lose some of those. It could get lost in the mix, basically. Is what I'm wondering.
It definitely pokes out more. If we just do I'll just do a quick. Let me do it back on the high chain.
Right.
So it definitely opens it right away.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like that, and that comes in very late in the circuit, so to say. So, I mean, ideally, like you look at old Fenders, they don't have a presence control. It's just pretty much set by a resistor. And there's times where I think that too. I could just save a spot on the amp. I could eliminate the presence spot, put a resistor there. So I like it pretty much on every
At
Marshall
7,
around
right?
7.
Yeah.
So you can measure that pot and go, okay, that's this much resistance. I can put a resistor there, eliminate that pot. And actually, to be honest with you, a lot of times on plexis, I like an unmolested faceplate. I like it to look like they're supposed to. So what I will do is put the master in the presence spot and put the presence on the back with the chicken head knob and a felt washer.
That's
and
clever.
You can pretty much, you know where you're going to go. But ideally for me, I could just put a
Set and
resistor
forget.
and good, right?
Yeah, because it's the best way, right?
But that way, I still only have 6 knobs up front. But you turn the master more than I'd turn the master more than I would turn the presence. I should say.
Man, I would too. And you know, it's funny how that, like where I hear it as you were turning it, like do that. Can you do it one more time and let me just hear something? Yeah, it starts to open.
You hear it right at 7, man. That's I don't know why that is, but
it's
7
that
to me,
number, right? It's like too harsh,
too much, right?
Yeah.
But that 7's right. The bloom comes in, so to say.
It does, yeah.
So that's what I say. You know, a lot of times I just think, you know, you can just do away with that. Just put that resistor at the value of 7. Stick
you can hear it. It just starts to like. It's so interesting.
So
I'm gonna play with it more for sure.
Yeah, because you know knobs are meant to be turned. That's just is that simple, man. But it is a killer instrument or a killer amp, and good for your friend Rich to own it. So
yeah, I'm if I'm honest, I'm trying to buy it from him because I like it so much.
Well,
but I don't need it.
Here's the deal, man. They don't come up.
Well, that's the thing.
They don't come up, and it's so that tells you one thing. Basically, if you see one, you should buy it. I mean, I'm not here to tell people how to spend their money.
Yeah,
I have a hard time, you know, with that myself. So,
I do too.
You know, I hang around you, and it costs me money every time I talk to you. So, and most of your friends say the same thing. So I'm not alone with that. But
I know it.
No, but actually, they don't come up for sale often, which is a testament to the quality of the amp. And I've looked after I never heard of these until you know, and after I heard it, and even it blew my mind. Was even at low volume. I mean low volume.
It sounds really
how thick. That thing would growl and you get that natural feedback.
I can't believe it could do that at quiet volumes.
I was shocked. I was at my house with one of your amps.
Yeah.
And I had it down pretty low. As I approached the amp, it just started that sweet feedback. I'm like, get out. Mom, you got spooling really hard.
You did.
So it must have been just the magic spot. I don't know, but it was incredible. And that's when I thought, you know, I need to find one of these. But you never see them.
You never see them.
So
the only one I'll see is the Hellcat, and these never come up.
No,
because these are the magic ones. And not that the Hellcat's not cool, but we talked about this before.
Yeah, right.
It's not this though.
Yeah, right. So there's there's a chair for everyone out there, right?
That's it. I mean, I love the Hellcat for its specific voice. Yeah. It's just I think a lot of heavy guys use it. But it's also got a classic vintage thing. And we should deep dive it because before when we heard it, it wasn't quite working right.
Okay.
And now I got it dialed in.
That's a hard rock amp?
Or it is supposed to be like the one side of his vintage voice, but the other side is the EL84, you know.
Oh.
So it's like it's got a real, like if you put the gain halfway, it's more overdrive than you could start a second Sun with the overdrives in that thing.
Gotcha.
You know?
Okay, cool.
So
it's roughly like a 20-watt amp or so?
35, I think.
35. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 EL34.
Oh, 4. Okay.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's along the Vox line, you know, the Vox.
It might be. It might just be a souped up version of that or something.
Yeah. Interesting. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's sitting right over there, so
Oh, okay.
we should mess with it before long,
Right on. Well, it's a killer, man.
Yeah, but they're so good. I'm so happy with them. They do everything every time I play with them. Like, so guys are going to want to hear a lower volume, like a lower gain. And we got a lot of new pieces here today, because the other thing I have to comment on is these are your pickups.
Yes, they are.
And they sound amazing. And I've been wanting to do a video just solely on this. And it's like we got so many things in the
Oh, I
wheelhouse that we've
know.
been trying to get through.
Yeah.
Um, but these are astonishingly good, and way better than what was in here. So we won the
Yeah,
ticket.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's got, as soon as you plugged it in and had this, I thought, yep, that's it.
That's the
That's the
sound.
voice of rock. And they were made, that's the only set of those. I made them to your particular, take into consideration what the guitar was, how it was made, the wood construction, the tremolo, and really what I thought that should sound like. So that is the only set of those. And to be honest with you, I didn't write it down, so they are the only set.
Oh, that's so great. That's so great. I love the sound of them.
Yeah.
And been using it a lot. I recorded with it too, which is cool. The only thing we still have to do is I want to put a steel block trim.
I would put a steel block on there and get rid of that brass.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know why that came along, but I just think it just makes them it takes the clarity out, makes it a little muddy for my taste.
Yeah, exactly.
And I wouldn't have known that if I didn't have a steel one and a good big steel block and change it to a brass one of the same size. And I thought it just killed the guitar. I couldn't believe it.
Wild.
And so I pulled it right back apart, wasted strings, and then put the steel one back on it.
Isn't that one of those things that's like, fish oil kind of thing, where it's like, or snake oil, where so many people have talked about that being the tone thing.
Yeah, right.
And I would agree. It's the same actually thing I noticed with Brad. This is another rabbit hole I'm going to get yelled at for online, but the bridge pins. So guys raved about bone bridge pins.
Right.
But they're too trebly.
No kidding.
Yeah, I just didn't like them. At least at my guitar.
Right. And that's the other thing as well. So some guitars may benefit from that brass block if it's a very bright, trebly guitar.
That's true.
And you've tried different things and you still can't hone it in, then maybe try a brass block. They're not expensive, and it's a pretty easy thing to do.
Yeah.
But the guitar that's made like that guitar is, I thought the brass block is too much, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But it still sounds really throaty, which is great. So I'll be interested. Maybe when you do that, we can do an A/B before and after with that brass block and with the steel block, because I think the steel block that thing's going to sing.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Not that it doesn't now.
Yeah.
I think it's going
I know. I think it's going to be even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guitar is astonishing. Isn't that
it's pretty
beautiful?
Too. Yeah, man.
Quilt maple top. This was my first good guitar, like really good guitar.
Right.
I would say my first actual good guitar was my Jeff Beck Strat, right?
Gotcha.
But that was a production-made instrument. So this is my first custom.
So who made it?
Tom Anderson.
Okay. Right. Because I've seen that logo, but I didn't know how it showed up on camera. So
yeah, that is Tom Anderson Guitars. And they were kind of like Sir Guitars is, right?
Yeah.
They were the other main titan of that world of custom
Super Strats kind of thing, So, and it is good. And so what's the fret? So the 22?
This one's 22.
Okay. Yeah.
And, I had gone from, it was kind of a cool story. So when I won the guitar competition, right?
Right.
So I'm on stage and Richie Kotzen is talking to me, right? And I was playing a gym.
Yes.
I'm in his gym. And I'll never forget what he said. He goes, "Hey, man, you don't need to play someone else's signature. You need your own now."
Yeah.
And if that guy tells you that, it's time to get your own.
That's funny.
So that's a really cool moment, because it was like me graduating from that.
Yeah.
Not that I don't love the gym.
Right, I'm with you. I have a friend of mine who's a Hollywood dude, and he's the same way. He will not. He's not playing somebody else's instrument.
That's right.
And it's nothing against those. There's times I bought instruments just out of respect of the man. So when Stevie Ray Vaughan Strats came out, I bought one.
Amen.
I barely play it, but it's like brand new.
Guthrie Govan is for me. That's the same thing, right?
And I bought a Van Halen. Actually, a couple Van Halen guitars.
I am gonna get one of them before I'm. in
Yeah,
the
just because
ground,
I
you
thought, you know what? I cloned one years ago before they were available. One
know.
day we're going to do an EVH set one day
Yeah, we
because
got to do
I have
that.
a bunch of EVH stuff, but
Yeah.
not as many as Mel. There's some that and EVH is a really tough topic
It
because
is.
there's some people that will like to slice your throat if you misspeak.
I know.
So
I know. Well,
the
he's a holy grail
he
player, right?
is, man. He's a man. It's just, but really, why I like Van Halen so much. And we talked briefly about this at the time. I was really into Randy Rhoads. I liked the
Mhm.
heavier side. Priest, man, I loved Judas Priest at that
Oh, I
time.
know. Yeah.
So Van Halen was more of it's a good time party music.
It is.
But
Yep.
then later, when the second album, I got to go see Women and Children's first tour, and
Cool.
that pretty much that was at the Cap Center in Washington D.C. years ago
Mhm.
when it was a safe place to be.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so
Exactly.
either way, it's but it was cool, man. And then I got it at that point. I got it. I
You were like,
understood,
wow.
but I
Yeah.
understood what Van Halen was all about.
There's a magic to him also because I think it's more about him as a character, like him as a person. Like when I see Eddie, right, I think of like his smile, his persona. There's a magic to that kind of human. He seems like a different, like especially when he's young, he's like this humble kid kind of. He feels different than the standard stock human, and I think that also plays a factor. You know.
Well, you know what? All roads lead to where you're at. So his path is his path that took him where he was at. You want to see something really interesting? Uh, you can find these online. There's an article. The his 1970 his first interview is online,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's the EVA or VH desk or something. There's a site that has all this
I
Van
think
Halen stuff.
you might have sent something to me about this because
But
I think I watched one of them because it was a guy who was like they're like outside of a concert or something talking, right?
well, I'm not really sure. But this is actually the articles that were in the guitar
Oh, okay,
magazines years
okay.
ago.
Hmm.
And when you read the second one, I think it was Christmas or Christmas Eve, December 79 or 78, 79, really early, right?
Hmm.
And it's pretty that gives you really good insight of what he was at that time.
Yeah,
So it was incredible what he talked about coming up with an instrument, but then how everybody was cloning
stealing it,
it and really, and he would find out not the best ways.
and that's unfortunate.
He'd see
Yeah,
an ad that someone's selling this as EVH or whatever. So, but
yeah.
the part I really liked, because that never went away, that never stopped.
Hmm.
The part I really liked is when he came out with his own stripe series. When he came out with the EVH brand, I thought, that's why I bought one. I'll tell you
Yeah,
why. Because I thought, you know what? All these guys have been selling these products.
it's about time.
And I thought, what would you rather have? The one that says EVH on the top or
EVH.
the clone one, right? So,
Yep.
and like I said, I'm guilty of making the clone one as well. But it wasn't available. I wanted it. It wasn't to sell.
Yeah,
I just wanted to say, hey, here's my wall hanger. It's cool, man.
it's for you to play.
And
You know.
a friend of mine's son was in school at the time.
Hmm.
This is kind of funny. So he knew I was wanting to put this. He was young, man. He knew I wanted to put this guitar together, but as accurately as I could. And this is really, all this information wasn't out there then.
That's right. Yeah.
So I needed the 71 quarter that goes under the trim. So he would get his lunch lady every day. She would check, if she
Hunting.
got one,
Oh, that's
she'd set it
so
aside
cool.
for him.
That's so
So
cool.
one day he comes to my house. He has like $5 worth of 71 quarters. It was a
Yeah.
great trade. I still have
Oh,
the shot
that's
glasses
so.
full of them just
Yeah,
because it was a good time. But
that's so
it was
cool.
funny. I couldn't. I said, "Where are you getting all of these, man?"
Yeah,
He
yeah.
said, "I got the lunch lady looking for you."
Oh, that's
So,
so cool though. Like that's the stories, man. It's just
yeah,
so neat,
man.
because people care in different. That I miss that time
I do too.
because I think there was like a difference in the way. I think it's probably why we hit it off so much because I grew up around all of that.
Yeah.
My dad was like that.
Well, not everything was accessible. You
Exactly,
had to.
for
Well,
sure it wasn't.
there was no term of networking back then, but now it's, that was the way that people did it back then.
Most definitely, yeah.
Utilize your resources.
Hmm.
So it was cool. But here, we got way sidetracked. But we are going to do an EVH thing,
Yeah.
just to celebrate in our own way. What Van Halen did.
Yeah, he changed my life. 1984 was the first rock album I ever had, and it was I'll never forget being in my room like dancing around to like Hot for Teacher, and I just thought it
Yeah,
was the coolest. And
yeah.
I didn't even play guitar. I think I might have just started playing guitar.
Okay.
But I remember the apartment, and I remember I had a Rick Derringer poster on this wall, and I had
Interesting.
with the weird like, and I didn't know anything about who Rick Derringer was.
Right.
That's a cool story actually. So I got to meet and hang out with Rick
Oh,
Derringer
cool.
at the guitar show.
Wow.
So I sat down and started jamming with this guy. I had no clue who he
Right,
was.
right, right.
And so this guy leans over and he's just like, "Should I pinch you?" And I was like, "I don't know. What are you talking about? I
Right.
didn't know,
No,
seriously,
it was
And so we're jamming for a while, and it's going really good. It's like a really good jam. And he leans over and he's like, "Hey, you want to go get breakfast?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." And my boss at the time runs over and he's like, "Do you know who that is?" And I was like, "I don't, man."
yeah, yeah,
He's
help me
like,
out.
"That's Rick Derringer, dude." Like rock and roll hoochie coo. I was
Cool.
like,
Yeah,
"Oh
yeah,
shit, I
right.
do know who it is."
Yeah, yeah, right
But
on.
what a fun adventure! And but met him at the guitar show. Had breakfast with him
Well,
then,
that's cool.
and but then I also had a Peter Frampton poster.
Yeah,
And
man.
again, didn't know much about these guys yet. I had their albums because my dad would pick them up at the flea market.
Okay.
So each week, he was an antique guy, and so I mean, our whole family was. So he would go to Renegers, and every week bring a stack of records for me. Back then, you could get them 25 cents a
Sense, yeah,
piece.
sure.
Nobody wanted them.
Right.
And so he would, and we had a record player, and that's what we would do every day. He would come home from the show, and we put a new record on,
Oh,
see
that's
what it was,
cool. Right, right,
because
right.
he'd just grab them out of the bin,
Right.
like with a hope that they would be
There's
good.
every something right, like potluck or grab bags,
Yeah,
grab
yeah.
records.
And
That's
one of
cool.
them was 1984,
No kidding.
and that changed my life when I heard that. I was like,
Yeah.
"What is that,
What is
man?"
that? Yeah.
You know?
Puts you on the hunt,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
was so excited. I
There's
was
so
just
many, man. We could go on for hours, but there's so many bands that will put you on the trail, man.
yeah, all those little like
Yeah, yeah,
when I heard that, I was like, "Oh man, that's the coolest thing I've
yeah.
ever
Yeah.
heard."
Oh yeah, yeah. I was absolutely, and the video was great too.
Oh,
So
the video is so good
yeah,
because who
yeah.
hasn't been in that position too, right?
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah.
And I think like there was something magical. At least for me, I was really lucky because my dad, even though the generation was coming up and changing, I grew up more like the old generation because
Sure.
we were kind of isolated. I didn't go to school much because we were always on the road, and so it was really magical because I got to see humanity at a different era almost, like at a
Sure. In
because
the flesh too. It wasn't a rewind. You got to see it when it was going on. So that's cool.
exactly. Yep, and there was
No.
nobody wanted internet. Like those people, the antique world, they were very much invested in the old world.
Yeah.
And so everything was, your handshake is your bond.
Yes.
That's how you do things. It was just a different world. I'm so thankful he showed me that
Yeah, the
because
good part. Right, right, right.
it's the best part of the world,
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, it's still out there. You just gotta
Yeah.
find it. It's still out there. There's so that guy. We'll say his name wrong. Rafe.
Yep, Rafe.
Okay, so
Rafe
look
Groves.
at that dude, man. Right?
Yo, no, it's
Super
still
cool
happening.
dude. Right?
Hmm.
So they're out there. Brenner. Look at
Yeah.
to me, he's
He's
a
from
young
the old
guy.
world, though.
Yeah, yeah. You could
He,
tell.
yeah, he has something. And I think that's how it revisits us, right? Like there's
Yeah.
certain people who are born with that thing in them.
Yeah, yeah. Right. So
And they
it's
just don't find the new stuff cool. They
right,
find
right.
the old stuff cool.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
it's all good. I like the new, but I like the old.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good, man. As
I
long as
mean,
you're finding.
technology is cool. Look, we're getting to do all this,
Yeah.
but
Right.
the old is the best. It is.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, you
sorry.
know what? This is like our version of legal pirate radio, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Because I've always wanted to have a pirate radio station when I was a kid. So I
Yeah,
could
yeah.
play what I want, say
Yeah,
what I
that's right.
want,
That's
and
right.
say, "Come find me."
That is
But
what it is, really.
so basically, we have a legalized pirate radio.
That's it.
So I hope you guys are enjoying this. Uh, yeah, our WROC,
Yeah, yeah,
our W Rock station here.
yeah, yeah.
But
Hmm.
no, it's all good, man. So we really sidetracked. So tell me more about that guitar.
Yeah, so this guitar is special. So I actually had to have the neck redone. So the neck started to act a little funny, and I had debated whether to save it. And I called up Tom Anderson. They're such a good group of guys there. Roy's just a magical. Both of them, Tom too. They were my first big endorsement when I got it.
Gotcha.
And I was young then. I just won the guitar competition, and Greg Howe introduced me. Which is just another awesome human being, one of my favorite guitar
Yeah, no
players.
kidding. That's cool.
I studied under him, and you know, so he also helped me get my first couple endorsements, you know. And so Roy was like stellar. He
Yeah.
walked through, he sat on the phone with me for hours talking about gear and things that would sound like if we went this direction um and so this guitar is pretty special to me. It's because I wanted it to be a Strat, but I wanted it to be the voice of rock too.
Yeah, so it's interesting. We kind of touched on this briefly. Um, where what you got to get you where you're at, so to say. So you started with your best guitar at that time, which you said your Jeff Beck Strat.
Yep.
So
Hmm.
you grew in the Strats.
That's what I had. And then I did get a Gem, and that became my new guitar
Right, but it's
somewhere in
still the
there.
same scale length. It's still
Hmm.
the Strat style
You're right.
body.
Yep.
So, and that is along those lines as well.
Hmm.
So, and that's why I like guys like this because they do at the time at this time, Fender wasn't making guitars like this,
Definitely
so to
not.
say, and not just the tremolo, humbucker, single humbucker, but having the Floyds and all that stuff. That just
Hmm.
wasn't commonplace, as well as the figuring of the wood and the wood materials.
And the mahogany, you don't see that a
Yeah,
lot on
right,
Strats, right?
right.
So,
Now,
like, you look at that, I mean, that's a pretty piece of
no, it's
mahogany,
beautiful.
right?
So, but by Fender not doing so, that's what opened these markets up.
I think they've been in a tricky spot. I watched something the other day that said circular on the new Fender Strats, and I had to laugh, right? Because they know what's up. Because that they wouldn't have made that
Right.
guitar if they didn't know that they needed to do something serious.
Well, I got. You said Greg Howe.
Yeah.
I have a guitar that was ordered in 1988. It was received in 1989, and it was Fender's answer to all that stuff back then. The
The
HM
Strat
series,
one?
yeah, HM
Oh,
series
I gotta
Strat.
try that because that's Greg Howe,
Yeah, exactly.
right? That's
Yeah,
the guitar he played pink one, I think.
yeah. Well, yeah. At the first year, they came out in three colors: black, white, or this dark teal. It's kind of like seafoam but darker.
Yep, yep.
So the one I have is actually the dark teal.
Oh, I'll be so
And it's an
excited to see
80,
that.
88, 89. And actually, it was my sister's. She
Really?
decided she wanted to play guitar. So, well, guess what? She got the guitar, but that's as far as it went. So it just
Yeah.
stayed in its case forever.
Wow, I
So
gotta try
then
that.
one day she gave it to me, and it still has the paper on the back of the. It's brand new.
What?
Yeah, it's
I
had
gotta
less
play
than.
that.
I guarantee it's had less than 10 string changes its entire life.
I gotta play that.
So
That's so cool.
yeah, but the body is like they said 7/8 size, so
Yeah.
it's a smaller, a
Oh,
little
it
bit, yeah, a
is.
little smaller
I
body,
never knew that.
24 fret rather than 22. So Fender had the answers,
They did.
but what happened was think about '89, and then what happened shortly thereafter? Grunge came. Well, guess what? Uh, Kramer and BC Rich and those
Yep,
kind of guitarists, they need to find something else to do because those days were coming to a quick halt.
they were.
Now people wanted Jaguars and Mustangs and
Right?
and G and Ls like
They
Alice in
did.
Chains, right? So a
Yeah.
different world came along.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's interesting. We're getting way off topic, but
I,
oh well.
that's part of it.
Yeah, man, it
This
is.
is, I want to say, I know for those of you out there that want to see demo, this isn't a demo channel. So this is a channel about our lives and about what we love.
Yeah,
And
and
uh,
presentation. I like what I said. I think I don't want to be a demo channel, but the presentation channel is cool.
yeah,
So because demo channels to me is really for one you not they didn't pay for the stuff,
yeah, yeah,
and they're just trying to unload your money. If I say you should have it, it's because I would buy it.
exactly. Or we have bought it, and
Yeah,
that's the thing,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like we've already spent the
Or I might
buckaroos.
say, don't buy that. I tried it. It sucks.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
never know,
Yeah,
right?
and it just so happens that everything that we play, just so that anybody knows watching, are things that we bought and truly love. So
Yeah.
that's why you're not hearing us say something sucks, is because we wouldn't have bought it.
Or I wouldn't keep it.
Exactly. It wouldn't be in our
Yeah.
collection.
I've got rid of a few guitars over the years. Not many though. And
Hmm.
it's but the ones that suck, they suck. They were out of here. But anyhow, so man,
Yeah.
we're really
No, it's okay. So this is a mahogany body,
yep.
maple top, quilted maple top. Now this is this new heartwood stuff they're using, but when you roast it, it turns black like ebony,
Really?
which is really cool. So you
Heartwood out of what?
Well,
Any
I
idea?
wish I could remember the name of it. I think it's just called Heartwood.
Okay.
But that other guitar that had the red fretboard?
Yes.
I think it's that wood.
Okay. And then roasted.
It turns black, which looks great on a guitar because it looks like ebony, but
Right.
it's supposed to sound a little more like rosewood, right? And
Very
then a
cool.
roasted maple neck, which the other one actually wasn't roasted. And so I've been kind of in debate. I'm still trying to decide because I love the sound of it, but I also have been thinking maybe I should get them to make me a rosewood. But then I
Gotcha.
was like, well, might as well order a guitar at this point
Yeah.
because
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
let this be what it is.
Yeah. Sure.
And
I really like the roasted maple stuff. When it first came out, I wasn't sure what to think about it, but I actually really like it.
oh, I think it's the best. Like, it's more stable for sure.
Right.
It sounds better typically, but occasionally when a guitar, and this is a weird thing I've just noticed. I don't know if this is true or not, but lately I've been running in to these guitars with no flame, super plain white maple necks, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
They never move.
Right.
They're solid as a rock. And so I'm starting to wonder, because it's been like 5 guitars I've run into like this. And it's not that the roasted maple, maybe that would even make it better, but it just happens to be that those plain figuring maples are just so solid.
Well, think about it. I mean, the grain is straight,
That's right. There's
so
no
it's not ornate, it's straight. And that's how they were made forever.
exactly,
So,
which is what everybody talks about wanting, right?
yeah,
Everybody wants an old Strat. Well, that's plain maple,
yeah,
right? Isn't it
yeah.
just rock maple or something they
Yeah,
call it?
you're right. It didn't go, it wasn't like they kept going through it trying to find ornate
Hmm.
pieces. It makes sure there's no knots that's going on.
Yeah.
So, especially with Leo, because Leo is cheap, man. People don't realize how cheap he was.
Ah, that's funny,
And that's for a good thing.
Yeah.
But that's why their finishes wear through because there's hardly any finish on an old
There's
Strat.
nothing there.
I
That's
was
right.
talking to Jeff about that recently,
Hmm.
and he said, "Oh, the biggest thing of the guys that are trying to refinish guitars, they put too much finish on
It
them."
totally makes sense. I actually think LSL is one of the few companies who's doing it right. And I was talking to Jonathan about it because he got a new LSL,
Okay.
and it's got like he said, the paint's coming off just from putting it in the gig bag because that's how thin that
Yeah.
paint is.
Yeah.
And that makes me wonder: is that the way it was?
Yeah. Well, I think you
Probably
know what
was.
materials cost money,
Hmm.
and we're gonna make it look good, and the rest is on you. You
That's
know.
it. Yeah.
So I don't really know, but I do know amp wise. I mean, they sound the way they do because Leo is cheap, man. He wasn't going
Yeah.
to spend money on these crazy high dollar transformers and stuff. He's going to
Yeah.
get what's out there and make it work, and he
Hmm.
did. So, but when Jeff said about the finishes, I thought, you know what, you're right. I mean, those finishes are super thin.
Super thin.
So
Yeah.
that's okay. That's what you see. Like old ones, they're unless they've been refinned. And look how many refin strats are out there. I have one,
Yeah.
but
That
it's
sounds
because they
great
wore
though.
out. They
Hmm.
just wear. So that's all
Yeah.
good. So how about tuners? What for tuners were on there?
These are just their proprietary
Okay,
tuners. So I don't know where they come from, but I will say they have my favorite type of tuner, which is a split shaft standard tuner.
gotcha.
That I believe is the best tuner ever made.
Isn't it funny? Yeah, I agree. I agree. They're pretty down and dirty, simple. Have at it.
Right? They're a lock, self lock.
Yeah,
I've never had a guitar that falls out of tune when I have them. It's always stable.
yeah.
And they had asked, do I want lockers on this? And I said, well, there's already a lock
Locking
here.
nut, right? Yeah,
Why put the extra anything
yeah,
there,
yeah.
Now, some people will put them there because it's sustained, putting that extra weight down there. And I'd be curious to do some AB on that and see. I'm sure it does.
Yeah, yeah. They came out. Geez, back in the '80s, they came out. They used to have these brass plates you put
I
on the back of your
remember.
headstock and all
Yeah,
that crazy
we
stuff.
have one. It's called like the Fender Tone Hammer.
Oh, Fender had one too. Yeah, I
If you know
forget
what I'm
what
talking
they
about, it
were
has the
called.
felt. It's like 2 felt things that it clips to the top of the Fender headstock.
Oh well, no, they actually had a plate. You took your tuner off, and it was the same size as your headstock.
Oh,
It was
really?
brass. It went on the back of it. It had a name. I have them in the old guitar magazines. But we'll
Yeah.
have to go through those too. Man, it's crazy. So good stuff.
Yeah. So you want to hear this thing a little? Sorry, I'm taking that strap
No,
off of that.
no, go ahead, man.
Yeah. So let's go through some of the sound samples of it, and we'll see if we can get. I'm gonna first let them hear it clean a little bit, and see if I can get the levels kind of right for this. So it has a switch for humbucker and single coil.
Gotcha.
So we'll start with the humbuckers and just let it hear it like that. Yeah, I hear something jumping a little bit there. I don't know if it's I think it's this. Now this position. It's funny now. Now I need something to go there, you know?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't compete. Look how the gain's low now, but it still sounds great.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm trying. You know, when you said about the switch, I'm sitting here thinking, did I put 4 conductors? Did I make that so it could be the coils could be split, or well, I can't remember.
No, you did. You did.
Okay, yeah, I can't
it
remember.
splits.
I remember we wired them in right over here, you know.
Yeah,
but it's been a while.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did it all the same because we're here. Let's check it quick. It's got the single coil thing, and listen how quiet that is.
Yeah. And
how did you do that?
I don't pot pickups unless you're a super high gain player.
Yeah, and I'm not really. So
yeah, I don't. It does make a difference. It does. There's some that's minute, but I can hear it. And and I don't. You know, I like it without being impregnated with wax. So
yeah.
But if you wind them tight, there's a fine balance between when you wind between tension and the revolutions, coil count across the coil. There's a whole thing to it. It's not that it's science, but after a while you got to figure out what works best. So I try not to, unless somebody's really playing on stage high gain stuff. I normally don't pot pickups, and to me it keeps them open and airy. But
yeah.
Either way, so no, that sounds great, man.
Actually,
first I heard it through there. That sounds really good through that. Yeah,
it sounds amazing, and the single coil settings sound great too. They're that sounds really good.
Yeah, when you had that spooled up on the humbucker, it was very violinish, and that's usually the goal. You want like a violin type of.
It does have that. Yeah, you can hear those like.
Yeah, man. So the trick is that's not a trick, but I never like hearing the pick.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So and I don't mind on the bridge so much, but when you listen like this metal guys, you just see that click, click, click. It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
So, but there's things you do to kind of limit that, so that gives you that violin type tone. Sounds great.
You get a little high gain. Taking the
yeah, man.
You know, it sounds cooler when you got a delay pedal, but I don't have that with me.
Yes, yeah, cathedral.
Yeah,
man.
But it does have a neat sound.
It does.
But
So
those do sound great, Tom. I'm
no,
so
they do
happy.
actually. Actually, it does sound really good, and I wouldn't say that just that because I made them. I'm saying because it really sounds good.
And I want to preface that because, I don't know if everybody knows, but Tom made these, and these are BuzzTone
Yeah,
pickups.
yeah, that's what I do.
Yep. Now they're unique to do its own, so that this is for this guitar, but he also makes models that you can get on your website.
Yeah, as well as what I really enjoy doing. I'm working with a guy. I work with a guy in England, very a lot, and there's a guy in Florida now I'm working with. I like making something unique to the individual,
Yeah,
and I say that because really, if you want off the shelf, there's tons of people that'll make you anything off the shelf. You know,
definitely.
you order. I make no pickups ahead of time,
Hmm.
so a lot of times, especially if they're in the 48, I'll say, hey, can I call you?
Yeah,
And I'll ask the question, what guitar, what amp do you play? What's your music preference?
that's a
What
great idea.
speaker? And then through conversation, I'll say, look, this is what I suggest.
Hmm.
And then usually they'll say, make it. And as so far, nobody's ever said,
They didn't
anything other
like
than
them, right?
all right, there's
Yeah,
always been positive feedback. So
I love them. They sound amazing in
I
this
just
guitar.
like, and that's where I'm kind of shifting. Like I said, I don't make anything ahead of time, but I do like doing, like, I want you to have a pickup that's for you.
Yeah,
Does
I
it?
really been thinking about it with my twin Dix guitars too, because I think that's the missing piece that is going to send them to the stratosphere. I really
Well,
do.
so
You
I've never
know,
been. How I got into this, I don't like off the shelf stuff that
I
I play.
know I'm not that way
I like
either.
to have something different. So years
Hmm.
ago, I got into building amps because I didn't want to play with everybody else's amp.
Yeah.
And built some guitars. I'm not good at it, but I still wasn't playing somebody else's guitar same way.
Hmm.
And some of it was due to necessity. Some of this stuff I just didn't have the money for.
Yeah.
But then pickups gave me a way for one, I like doing it, but for another, it helps me help others in need. And that's really why I do it, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Uh, that gives me the means to help other people.
Yeah.
So I'm slowing down now. I don't, I've retired twice, and I'm almost ready to retire from this. But
Yeah. Yeah. I get you.
so I like doing like the custom. I'll say custom shop, but they cost no different than
Than a
if I
standard pickup.
yeah,
Yep.
because it's the same stuff. I'm going to use the same base
Hmm.
plate, magnet selection, wire choice. It doesn't cost me any different to make you something unique for you
Yeah.
than it would to make something that I offer.
Hmm.
So either
That's
way,
fantastic.
well, that's cool stuff. We'll get into that more down the road, I'm sure. But
I've been wanting you to hear it because I play it all the time through my Cornford. And
actually, this is the first I've heard it through
how
the
does it
Cornford.
sound,
That
right?
sounds incredible. I
It
was like,
sounds
man,
incredible.
yeah, I felt pretty happy when I heard
I know, right? I
that.
knew you'd like it. The first three chords, I was like, wait until he hears it
Yeah,
because,
yeah,
like,
I
I've
was
been
very
playing it
happy.
all a lot,
Yeah,
and there's a different clarity to them, and that, like you said, there's also a warmness to the front pickup that most pickups don't have.
yeah, you got to take that not brittleness, but just the attack, man. It can't be excessive.
Yeah.
So how
Hmm.
much does that weigh? Is that as substantial?
I would see what you think it is. I can't think of
Oh
what
no,
that
that's
would be.
actually a lot lighter than I thought.
Yeah, it's lighter than a Les Paul for sure.
Yeah,
What do you think? 8 pounds or something? Maybe eight or
yeah,
8.5.
yeah, yep, yeah, probably somewhere in there.
Yeah,
You figure a lot of it's the tremolo. No,
it is.
the
You're right.
tremolo has weight for
Oh,
sure,
I bet you if you
but
put a
it's
standard
not.
trim, it'd be
Yeah,
way
it's
lighter.
not crazy, and boy, the body's nice and thin.
It's a gorgeous guitar. I don't get to see it like this much. It's really pretty.
It is. Look at that. I'm sorry, not everybody can see this, but
Wowzers.
yeah, actually, I'm going to move up because or we got so much stuff to do, and so now I see there's just a 2-bolt neck. We talked
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
that dovetail. Hmm.
Look at that.
That's magical, man.
That actually really is.
They did a great job on that.
They
And
did do a
now
great
it's,
job.
15 years old or 20 years old.
That's it, man. They
It's,
get better with age.
I mean, look at that mahogany. It is gorgeous. It's
Yeah,
tough, man. I'm so blessed to play good guitars. And it's
yeah.
my dad's serial number. So weird thing, the serial number is my dad's death date,
No way.
which is so weird.
That is, and that was just coincidental,
Yeah, and it even has it's just so the whole story on this guitar, how this happened. It's crazy,
huh? Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah. Now they put Newberry Park here, but they kept the serial number 4 because of the other neck.
The other neck, right, right.
I was thankful for them doing that because that meant something to me.
Sure. Killer.
but it's so good. And the Floyd is like butter. Floyd works like butter. Such a good sounding trim. I didn't put it in, but it sounds so good. And so, I guess I could put it in. I guess
they do their thing.
Thank you.
Where's Chad at today?
He's out.
He comes in,
Yeah, he is out today. Yeah. I'm sure he's getting into something fun.
I'm sure he is.
Usually is.
He's a good time fella.
He is. Yeah.
Right
Shout out to Chad for
letting us Chad, we usually call you out every episode. So
yeah, thank you for letting us use the guitar spot in this beautiful establishment. We're so lucky to be here, and it's good stuff. So,
yeah, man.
So I'll mess with this bar a little bit.
Yeah. Your wiggle stick.
It sounds so cool, Little motorcycle.
Yeah, right? Man. Yeah, I remember when Motley Crue would Kickstart Your Heart, that was
yeah.
Nick Mars in the beginning.
Still in tune.
Yeah. That's what they do.
That's what they do.
That's why they are still around.
That's right.
Yep, they do it better than anything else.
That is right. It's astonishing how good they are. Yeah, so just in general, and I didn't even talk about this. So so this amp has a gain knob here, but then there's a secondary overdrive that you can activate. So if I'm playing so good.
That is so good. Now you said that's a secondary overdrive.
Yeah, so there's a knob here that you can adjust. And there's so many sounds under the hood because, if you lower this and boost the gain, you got a much cleaner. Still so throaty and good. Right?
Agreed, man.
But then you also have this. Gonna clip it, but that's with the gain knob active,
right?
And then without could set these at different levels and get a bunch of different variants, right? Which I just love. This amp is hard to beat.
So, what year was this made? This has 2000? To be. I was going to say early 2000s.
That's what I'm thinking.
So roughly, this amp really could be potentially 20 years old.
Yeah,
20, 25 years old.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if you hear a little static, it's earned it.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. But I mean, listen to how quiet it is with that. With the gain cranked even.
Yeah.
And that's
right on.
I mean, that's pretty low.
Yeah.
Noise floor for the highest gain channel. And then on the first gain, you hear nothing.
Right.
And that's still throaty.
Right on, man.
Sounds so good.
It does sound good.
There's a lot of magic in this amp, and I think that's a testament to them. They just have something in the so
It
good.
does sound good, man. I can listen to that all day. It's great.
Yeah.
It is great. But I think we're gonna have to wrap this one up, man, because
Yeah.
it is.
I know it's getting to
But
time, but I won't.
no, we're gonna save it for the next
Oh,
one.
that's okay. Very,
So,
very
what
good.
I'm gonna do is get a little preemptive here. What's gonna happen?
Yeah.
So, I bring amps too. So this is the amp that I brought today.
That's so cool.
So this is a Cub, and I don't know who made it, but it's killer. It's a tube amp in here. It has a 4-inch Analico speaker.
Wild.
If we can mic this correctly,
And get it
it will
sounding.
get a sound of a big amp.
I can't wait.
So either way, and
Yeah.
with that, so this is super cool. I just love it. So I thought I'm going to work the other end of the
Yeah.
spectrum. I'm going to go from $12 and work my way up.
That's it. That's it.
So, but it's great. I was playing it last night. I haven't dug it out in a long time. I thought I got to bring something that's not out there. I've
Yeah.
never saw another one. It
That's
just
right.
says Cub, and it's metal. So if anybody else has seen one of these, please let me know because
That's
it's a
so
cool little
cool.
amp.
It is a great
And
little
it
amp.
has a 3-prong cord now, so it's not near as dangerous.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
wouldn't, lick my finger and touch the case.
Yeah,
And then I
yeah.
was going to use the Gristlemancer, which there's more of a story to. I really love this guitar.
That guitar's amazing.
Well,
I'm gonna get one for sure, and the Strat. I want one for
yeah,
sure. I was
right.
so surprised how good it played.
Well, and even then, remember I said it was like it was a little higher than I prefer, but I actually I'm not a great slide player, but I like open tunings
Yeah.
on tellies. So my favorite telly players are not. I like them all. Don't get me wrong, but I really like Ron Wood of the
Yeah.
Rod Stewart and Faces.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Keith Richards, same way, open tuning guy. I
Awesome.
like
Yep.
when Joe Perry plays tellies, and I like when Jimmy Page plays tellies.
Amen.
So those are the kind of telly guys. Not that I don't appreciate the others,
Yeah.
very much so. I mean, Danny Gatton, who's a Maryland native.
Amazing. Yep.
Jeez, that guy.
Brent Mason.
He had this huge fingers, man, but he'd fly on that.
He could fly.
I thought, how do you even know? How can you get them on frets?
I know,
They were
right?
like these little sausages.
They were
sticking
little
out.
sausages.
But he was incredible.
Incredible.
So either way, so that's why this is here. I never had a good telly when this came out. I wanted one, but I still. So I've got graphics. I printed that on the pick guard to break up the white a little bit, the roses.
Yeah.
But I've still been thinking about making like a 5-ply black, and here as well. Just
yeah.
just I don't know. The all white didn't do it for me until I put the roses on there.
Yeah. It's a pretty guitar.
It's cool.
Well, I think he was after a very specific thing, right? He wanted the tone to be great.
Yeah.
And he wanted something that wasn't going to break the bank, too.
Right.
Because,
No, these
everybody
are
can
very
get that
affordable.
guitar.
It's a Carina body
That's what's
and
amazing.
a roasted maple neck. And I really like the pickup system of having this push button that does cool things. It kind of goes white guard, black guard, in theory. It's locking tuners.
I thought that, and I heard the Strat variant too. Like that's a different thing it does on the Strat one, but it kind of gives a hotter, more throaty sound.
Yeah, it definitely kicks it in.
Yeah.
So either way, that's the
Fantastic.
premise. You're gonna lose your mind when you hear that thing.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't
So
wait.
we'll save that for the next one.
That's
This will be the
perfect,
deep
Tom.
dive on the Gristlemancer and whatever, and we'll talk about other goofy stuff then as well.
Yeah.
So prepare yourself. Make sure you bring your earplugs because this thing's gonna light it up.
That's it.
Not really, but
yeah. It's gonna
anyhow,
be fun.
I'm Tom.
I'm Trey.
And we are the Tom and Trey Show.
Yep.
Thanks, brother.
Having fun.
It was great. It was a good time.
Yeah, so I'll play us out a little bit.
Yeah,
How
play
about
us out
that?
a little bit.
Yeah.